Hello everyone, this is Laura, the communication manager for the SPOTLOG project, and today I'm here with the colleague and friend Zane to find out more about what is going on in logistics in Latvia. Zane, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Zana Piepkale and I'm working as a project expert in SPOTLOG project, representing Vidzeme Planning Region.
Thank you. So, very first question for you. What's the biggest logistic challenge in your country or area according to the experience of Vidzeme Planning Region?
Yeah. So I think that the biggest logistics challenge in our region is the fragmented and inefficient transport and logistics infrastructure. And it's particularly for last mile delivery and for freight consolidation and especially in rural and low density areas. That's the really focused topic for us. And of course, there are this limited integration with multimodal and sustainable transport system as well as a problem. So we think that there could be solutions, and what we see that like a challenge is of course insufficient digitalization and lack of centralized planning. So the big problem is the planning issue as well. Yeah.
Okay, so I think you partially already answered the second question, but just to focus a little bit more, what could be a possible solution for such a situation?
Yeah, so a key solution what we identified through Spotlog project and stakeholder meetings about the when we are talking about the possible solutions is the engagement from the engagement of stakeholders is the development of regional logistic hubs in rural areas, in low density areas around our towns, because our towns are quite different in the size of inhabitants, in size of entrepreneurs, and so on. So the strategically placed near existing infrastructure, these hubs could be a very good solution. For example, in Vidzeme we have railway lines and major roads that links us to Estonia. So if we will develop such kind of hubs, logistic hubs near existing infrastructure, it could be a really good solution for last mile logistics as well. And of course, we should develop some other support mechanisms, schemes to shift towards climate neutrality and multimodal transport. So that's one of the key issues. And of course, as I already mentioned previously, the integration of digital logistics platforms or solutions, that's always the thing what we should think about nowadays as it's developed and could be really useful for.
Okay, it sounds like it's quite expensive to do all this. So my last question for you is what kind of investment would be needed and what kind of factors should be involved in the process to reach the final objective a good result?
Yeah, and that's a really important question. What we already discussed in our last stakeholder meeting in Riga with the Riga Technical University with our colleagues from Latvian Post Company, that all these solutions are quite expensive, and of course we need to think together with like national level, regional level, and local level stakeholders and players to have this common solution, because of course the first thing what we are and what I mentioned and what we are talking is about infrastructure, but it's really uh, costly solution, and of course to build some new logistic hubs when we see this demographic changes and decreasing of inhabitants and in the number of inhabitants, it's very hard to invest in low density areas. so big investments. But of course, that's one of the point to develop some kind of infrastructure. And it's always good if we can develop this infrastructure on existing buildings or places and so on. And of course, these digital solutions is some kind of smart logistic platforms, but as well they cost some money and are quite expensive as well. But of course, what we can do is to start planning, to implement new plans, and to think how we can manage all these things in a better way. And of course, the big question what's in the national level as well is about sustainable transport fleet, and that's about support to local operators in transition to electric or alternative fuel vehicles. It's always the question about subsidies and some financial schemes what helps us to move to forward to this sustainable transport modes.
Okay, thank you. So that's a lot to do. So good luck for your challenges and for your next objectives. Thank you so much, Zane, for being with us today and for sharing your views and ideas with us. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.